Hello, this is the daily for Wednesday, October 21st, 2020. The first card that comes up for all energies, this is definitely going to be with the elements as well, air, fire, water, and earth. So the card that comes up for all of you today is the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles. What does this mean, Helen? What does this mean? So the Page of Pentacles for you today is going to talk about having to make a choice or a decision. Okay, but it's also not basing that choice or decision on fact, not basing that choice or decision on information, but it is taking it as a risk. It is taking a chance on something. It's also you wanting to believe that you're following your instincts, okay? So a lot of you are very intuitive. A lot of you know when you get a certain feeling, okay, maybe not do that. And then when you get a different feeling, it's like, okay, I think this will work out. So as you'll see, this is going to allow you today the opportunity to perhaps take a little bit of a risk, experience something different, try something different, accept an invitation that you normally wouldn't accept. And this is going to talk about even for tomorrow and through the weekend. This energy with the Page of Pentacles holds true. For some of you, you may feel that you have had a huge obstacle to climb. It may feel as if something was quite overwhelming or challenging, wondering if you could ever complete something, wondering if you could ever be okay with something that's happening in your life right now. Some of you, it's about completing a certain task, whether it's a subject in your school, in learning. Maybe some of you feel that you can't do a certain job performance that was requested of you. Some of you may feel that even starting a new job is a little bit overwhelming and you don't know if you're ever going to get the hang of it, which you will, and be quite good at it as well. For some of you, with this Page of Pentacles, for some of you, you may be trying to find the answers between the lines. You may be looking for information. You may be looking for something that's hidden, something that's not quite exposed to you. For some of you, you're digging deeper into a situation. You're trying to find out the truth, so to speak. You may even be looking for directions or a direction to put you on the right path. Some of you may feel as if somebody had went behind your back. You may feel as if somebody did something without you knowing. You may feel that somebody maybe talked you up in a conversation, but at the same time, they discredited you. You may feel somebody didn't give you all the credit that you deserved in something, or someone else took the credit as if they did all the work and they didn't. This could be also with a coworker. The energy also for today is talking here about the King of Wands. And with the King of Wands, it's talking about having a destination to go to, wanting to reach a certain point, a certain goal, which is matching with this other card. It's also talking about separating something from something else, meaning you're going to be able to, say, separate the storm from the rainbow. You're going to be able to separate your emotions in a certain situation and stay professional in one position and not allow your personal opinions to affect your professional performance. Do you understand what that means? So I'm telling you that you're going to find a way to put your personal feelings to the side and handle yourself professionally as you normally would. You're not going to allow somebody to play games with you today. You're going to be a very direct hit today, meaning you're going to speak to somebody without beating around the bush. You're going to make things very clear and evident to someone in case they feel a little bit of confusion. But there is a lot of balance coming in. Today is also going to talk about sharing. Sharing, because when you have the Six of Pentacles, it is definitely talking about sharing, expressing yourself to other people. With this Mercury retrograde going on right now, yes, for the next roughly 23 days or whatever, including the shadow, it's going to make it difficult to express yourself. It's going to make it difficult to make yourself clear to somebody on what you truly mean. To find the right words might be difficult. Also, be really careful not to message the wrong person, text the wrong person. Again, it's still going to be effective. Be careful not to allow yourself to overthink in a situation. Don't overthink somebody's response or answer. Just be like, oh, okay. Let it go. Don't fall into it. Don't allow yourself to be consumed by it. Remember, it's Mercury retrograde. People are not going to speak the way you would expect them to normally speak. Things might be a little bit different, a little bit off kilter. For some of you, you're dealing with somebody who wants to have their cake and eat it too. Some of you, you know what I'm talking about here. You know exactly what I mean by this. Somebody who wants to be with you when they want to be with you. And then when it's not good for them, oh, well, sorry, I can't make that adjustment. It's not going to work for me, really. But for some of you, maybe this is you. Maybe you're wanting to have your cake and eat it too. Maybe you're wanting to have the best of both worlds. Maybe you're wanting to keep a little bit of this and keep a little bit of that to make you feel like you have a safety net around you. But for some of you, that's not going to work out. No matter which way that goes, whether it's your cake and eating it or their cake and eating it, that's not going to work out. Because nobody wants to share their partner, their loved one, their lover with someone else. Nobody wants to share their role with someone else. Nobody wants to give that time up. A lot of you are very much in love with a partner. Some of you may not be with this partner right now, and I get it. There may be distance between you. There definitely could be obstacles between you. There's something that needs to be worked out between you. Something that needs to come to an understanding. However, even with all that said, some of you are not willing to take the back seat. Some of you want to be in a place where you have that title, where you have that power, where somebody gives you the value that you deserve. And I get it. Boy, do I get it. I also have, for some of you, with the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands means you're going to have to decide which side you're going to stand on. Because as you see the wands, you're going to have to decide. You can't just try to stay in the middle, even though trying to be in the middle lane, trying to avoid obstacles, I get it, for a minute. But eventually, you got to make a turn. Eventually, you got to choose a direction. Eventually, you can't stay like neutral. You can't do it. Not for long. Eventually, you need to make a choice or decision. A lot of you are trying to see, gosh, well, what does the future hold for me? What will happen if I do this? And what will happen if I do that? What are the pros and cons here? Write it down. If you can't see it visually, write it down so you can see it. Well, if I stay with this person, these are the pros and these are the cons. If I leave this person, these are the pros and these are the cons. It will help you to weigh it out better, to see something more clearer. But somebody is definitely contemplating on what to do next. Somebody also may be being very careful with their money today. Somebody's wondering, how much am I going to have to put out? How much am I going to have to spend? How much am I going to have to keep as a safety net in order to make sure I'm okay? At the same time, this card can also represent, as the Four of Pentacles, it can also represent wondering what's awaiting for you. Wondering what's waiting for you. Wondering what's out there. Wondering, what should I do next? Wondering, is it time to make a move or should I wait? Should I just be still? A lot of you are trying to make this decision today. For some of you, you're trying to look at the very intricate details of a situation as we speak here with the Seven of Pentacles. You're trying to make sure that your money gets put in the places that it needs to be put. At the same time, where relationships, love, even work is concerned, you're trying to do everything to the best of your ability. You're trying to show someone you're being very careful. You're treating somebody very fragile. Some of you may feel like you're walking on eggshells around somebody and you can't voice yourself. You can't express yourself. And that's making you feel a little bit uncomfortable. For some of you, it's about being patient right now, waiting for something to come to you, waiting for it to ripen just right so it's proper for the picking. Because, hey, the sweeter the berry, the sweeter the wine, right? So, or the sweeter the grape, right? Either way. But what I'm saying is, if you do something or try to make something happen too fast, too soon, it's like taking a cake out of the oven before it's cooked or baked. It'll flop down. It'll be awful. It's like overcooking a steak. So it's so tough you can't even chew it. Everything has a proper timing to it. It is not in our time, but in God's time, when things will happen and occur that they're supposed to. You're going to find out this difference. You're going to see that waiting and being patient and having faith in a situation is going to bring you to where you want to be. A lot of you are dealing with a lot of things that are messed up right now. Definitely with this Mercury retrograde, things could be confusing and very challenging, frustrating. Be patient. This too shall pass. Everything is going to fall into place. Right now, yeah, everything's up in the air. Feels like a bunch of bullshit. But guess what? It is some bullshit. But I will tell you, it's going to fall into place. Exactly where it's supposed to. And then you're going to be able to deal with it. Some of you are going to have to turn your back on a lover or a love situation that you've had enough of. Some of you have decided to take what's yours and go. You don't need this. You don't want this. You're moving on to greener pastures now. You're moving on to where you're truly happy. Yes, it was a difficult journey and a difficult situation to get out of. You felt so stuck and trapped in that situation. I get it. But the truth is, you have the ability to stand up and walk between these swords and get out. You also can take that blindfold off of your own face by just bending your arms up. Your fingers are still free. And you'll be able to get yourself out of that bondage. No one has control over you. You choose your own destiny. You're going to find the strength, there you go, to do this. You're going to find the strength to move forward. You're going to find the strength to go and be loved and love somebody who can treat you the way you deserve to be treated. You don't want to look back on a situation because that situation made you have to always be on the defense, made you always have to protect yourself, always wonder what was coming next, always fight to be important, always fight to get somebody to pay attention to you, halfway beg for somebody to love you or make love to you, which they never did. They used you. A lot of you stayed still for quite some time. But a lot of you then found justice. A lot of you decided to get the information you needed, to get the tools that would work for you, to help to lift you and bring you to another level. You're going to find out that today is going to be a lot of choices and decisions. Somebody may still be trying to hang around and bother you, or get your attention, or get you to change your mind, or get you to come toward them. But you are so not interested in that. All you're interested in is finding the happiness that you have. All you're interested in is trusting in what you know is best for you when you make that choice or decision between the two doors, the door from the past or the door to your future. One of them you're going to have to cut out. One of these doors. You know exactly what you want. Bullseye. Bullseye. You're going to find balance in a situation. You're going to find peace. Be patient, because there is a lover that's around you who wants to bring you nothing but happiness, who wants to show you their cup is full of love and they want to share it with you. So don't look back. Don't look back. final outcome will be happiness, success, freedom. So with that being said, this is your daily for today, Wednesday. Have a great day.